Hey guys, this is Base, and welcome to a Sims 3 house building video. Today I'm building a house that I've called Simple Suburban, because it's pretty much that. But yeah, so right here I'm working on the stairs. They're like sort of halfway up and then they turn stairs. You can't get that in the game by default. You have to use a cheat code. Yeah, but I learned that from the Sim Supply from one of his tutorials, so I'll link you, I'll put a link in the description for that, if you want to go check that out. So this house has 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms, well, 2.5 bathrooms, 2 stories tall, as you can see, and it's sort of like a traditional style house. I find that I've been doing a lot of, like, if I'm ever building in the Sims 3, I do a lot of, like, suburban houses. And that's okay, but I really want to be doing some more like modern houses or something like that, or Victorian or whatever, because I don't know, I gotta spice things up. Anyway, this house took about 2 hours to build. I have like 2 hours of footage. This is sped up 8 times, so it's not 2 hours long. So yeah. This house, I looked at like floor plans on the internet, and I decided I saw one that I kind of liked, so I changed it a little bit, and then sort of based my house on that. Otherwise, it's a cool house, and I like how it turned out, and I hope you guys do too. So yeah, putting in the doors and windows. Those doors are kind of cool. I just took the textures from the stair railings and then had the wooden frame with the white actual door part of the door. So, and then those windows I shouldn't have put them in as soon as I did, but oh well. And then the covered porch, kind of a key element in the house. But yeah. So just cleaning up the inside and all that. Yeah, so it's a pretty cool house. I'm recording this on my new computer. Well, it's kind of new. My old computer broke, and so within a day it was fixed. But it's got some new parts to it, and it runs much nicer. The Sims, for reference, I recorded this video at 30 frames per second, but when I tried to before, I'd get around 15. So it's twice as better, which is very nice. Twice as better. I'm not sure that's right wording, whatever. So yeah, the tiles that you see in like the kitchen and stuff, I pretty much use those in all like the rooms, like the bathrooms and stuff. Same goes with the wood and the carpet. I pretty much use that throughout. I don't know. I thought it kind of brought a sense of similarity inside the house, because like. Same with the walls, they're pretty much all the same, except for like one wall in rooms is a different color sometimes. But, because in the house that I'm living in right now, I've lived in it my whole life, and when we first got it, there was like this ugly dark green carpet, in like a lot of the rooms, so, but yeah, it was used throughout. Same with like linoleum in the bathrooms and kitchen. So basically, it's I don't know. I'd say this is kind of realistic, a bit. That's the problem with my imagination, though. I have an imagination and I can think of things like this, but it's a very realistic imagination. It doesn't think of out of the box ideas. Well, yeah, it doesn't, I guess, which is not a good thing. Putting in a fireplace there. I like how that kind of turned out. I like the wood I use. It's more of like a reddish kind of wood. Pinkish, maybe. Yeah. And then coloring the house. 3 different sort of textures. I did all the siding on the second floor. Those little corner pieces are a pain to add in, but they do help out the look of the house quite a bit. So, siding up there, the garage changed from that brick color to like a different one, and then of course we have the railings holding up the the roof over the porch. I think we're gonna change the garage pretty soon. Yeah. And then adding in the chimney here, which isn't like the default chimney, but I didn't like how the bricks looked, so got rid of that. Added the half wall at top. Thought it looked pretty well. Pretty good. Yeah, turned out pretty well. Almost done with the exterior. Yeah, here we are, interior. We're gonna start with the kitchen here. And yeah, I thought it turned out pretty nice overall. I like that stove. There's like, I feel like I might be like the most underused stove, but to me it looks the most normal, because there's one with like a curved handle and stuff, and that's like the most expensive one that comes with the base game. But I kind of like that stove better. It's cheaper and it's basically just as good. So, yeah. But for this house, I used mainly things from like Ambitions and Generations and the base game, of course. And I think I used stuff from a lot of university stuff. But for my future houses, I really wanted to like use stuff from the store, but I wasn't sure, because if you wanted to download it, you know, if you didn't have it, you can still download it, but it's going to be replaced by something else. But I think for all further houses coming up, I'm just going to use whatever I want on it. I don't really care what pack it comes from, but just whatever looks good, I'll put in the game. So I put this little foot rug here underneath the sink. It's going to be green, but I'm going to change it back to blue later on. I got to add a bunch of details around here. That was really hard to place, as was the paper towels. That I ended up, changing out anyway. And then seeing a bunch of what pieces where there were. But yeah, there we go, putting in the TV over the fireplace. That curtain, I changed around, got rid of, and decided to put back again, because it looked nice. I think, it's just some extra to add. Including the mirrors behind that, I thought that looked pretty cool. So, put in a plant in the corner over by those bookshelves. Adding in the couch and a chair. And an end table. Put a little flower on the end table. There's a rug underneath. That rug took forever to create a style and figure out what looked good. It looked so fast in the video, but it kind of took a while. With creative style loading and all that. I also was eating breakfast at the time I was making the house, so like if there's like pauses around, yeah, that's kind of what those are. And then that lamp right there with the mallard on it, that looked pretty cool. I just had to use it. And then I put a column in the corner just because I can. I thought it looked okay. It added something. Yeah, so you can see that foot rug I changed, and then added in 2 bar stools, a kitten calendar, and a little picture frame. And then a rug by the door. Gotta figure out what to put there. I went with that. 2 end tables, I got rid of one, yep. And a plant over in that corner. Security system didn't really fit anywhere great, I thought, so I didn't add it. I also added some clocks around in the house. Like I think there's one in the bathroom, and I know there's the one in the kitchen and all that. So, yeah, I decided to just do that, because in real life there's clocks a lot of places in houses, usually, I think. So, in The Sims there really isn't any, and they're not really useful, but I think they add just a little bit more character. So, there's that half bath that I wanted to do with the diagonal corner, but that obviously wasn't going to work. So I made it 2 by 2. And soon enough, we're going to start working on the garage here. Wanted to fit 2 places in, but there was that one little weird kind of 1 square deal, which I thought, in like the house plans that I found online, it was there. I decided to bring that element over into this house that I made, just because, I don't know, I thought it was kind of interesting. It's probably like a closet or something with pipes there in real life, but, yeah. Left it in anyways. Dining room, playing around with the rug styles. Settled on that. Looked pretty cool. I also added in a couch here. I colored that red, and I used that red color throughout the whole room here. I made the curtains red. Yeah, I thought that looked pretty cool. I added a picture right there. And because it was the holidays coming up, I thought I'd add a Christmas tree over here in front of the bay window. I thought it looked pretty cool. That's what I did. That's just free off the store. Doesn't really matter if you don't have it in your game. It's just going to be like a random light on the floor then. So, yeah. Could put a bunch of Christmas presents around a light, sure. That red rug, same red color. Desk, and an easel over there. There it is. And a drawing pad. Just, I don't know, because. Put over some backpacks, just kind of laying over there in the corner. And then some mirrors. A mirror. And on to the upstairs. Pretty soon. Almost there. Nighttime? Oh yeah, doing lights. Lights first. Lights by the front door. Lights in the foyer. Living room, etc. And of course outdoor lights, which I never really add a lot of them, but I decided to add just a few in this house because going for detail. So yeah, now we're going to be moving upstairs, adding a window into the upstairs bathroom. Have a laundry room there. I thought that was kind of cool. Second floor laundry. Kind of noisy, but whatever. Maybe they're just really insulated walls, perhaps. There we go. Shower and tub, toilet, sinks, mirror, light, plant, towel, painting, other painting, rug. Natural progression of the bathroom. And then on to a guest bedroom, I believe. Yep. That's where we're going to go. Took that orange color from the pattern on the walls. Took that to the fabric on the bed. And then that wood from the bed I took to the end tables and the dresser. Thought it looked kind of nice. All together. Mirror over top of that, laundry basket. Some mirrors there. And I think another painting over there. Yes. And another there. On to like a, I thought it was like a teenager's room, maybe an older teenager's room. I used a lot of stuff from university in here. That's kind of what I wanted to do with this bedroom. That desk is from university, the bed, the end table, the chair, the computer. Yeah, that's what that's all from. And as well as some of the posters. So, yep. And a pennant. Box of tissues. And lights. Now on to the master bathroom. So, this little room is like, it's cool. It has both the shower and tub combo, but also in the main sort of bathroom area, there's a corner tub with 2 windows there. There it is. I thought that was kind of cool. That was also in those house plan designs, so I thought I might as well add that because I thought it was kind of cool. So we got this fairly sized walk-in closet over here that you can get in from the bathroom too. Yeah, curtains. And a painting there. Yeah, here's the walk-in closet. I tried to look for like these shoes. It was like a shoe rack, and I looked forever to try and find them. And I finally found them, but I thought they came with ambitions, and I was looking in generation stuff. Or, yeah, I was looking in ambition stuff, but they were in generations. So, I thought that was kind of interesting. Here in the master bedroom, I put a platform there for the bed. I thought it looked kind of cool. Bed wasn't going to fit that way, change it around. Everything in this room matches, the end tables and the bed and the dressers. So that was cool. TV, there's the dresser. Got a couch over there with the same color as the sheets to match. 2 mirrors. do whatever you want. And then more lights all around and there. Curtains and more lights. Sort of coming up the stairs, there's lights on either of those walls. Then a foosball table and a fish tank. There it is. And a couple more paintings. Sort of like a game room up there, but I don't know. Kind of not. That's pretty much it for the upstairs. Wanted to add like some shutters, but decided not to. So, then in the back here. The back of the house isn't very appealing, but it's okay. You're not really going to be looking at the house a lot from the back. It's going to be mostly from the front. It's all about that curb appeal. That's what matters. So, yeah, doing some terrain painting. Gonna add in a tree over here. This big oak tree, too big. Small it down a little bit. Add a pond in the corner, some rocks, some lily pads, some ferns and bushes, some dandelions, and a little kind of garden thing, more or less. And a football, a baseball, a trampoline soon enough. There it is. And grill. So that's pretty much the house. Here's it's from the front. It's pretty nice. I like it. There's another shot of it, sort of from the top. Here's kind of a back view of the house, and kind of another shot of the backyard, kind of from down lower, but still pretty cool. Then here's the living room, and right next to it is the kitchen. And here's a nice view from the dining room into the living room. Thought that was kind of nice. And another view of that. Picture the stairs, because